Hello, I'm Callum Swift and this is Shoe TV at 3 o'clock. Our top story today: bosses at Yorkshire Water have met with MPs today, giving evidence regarding their payment of corporation tax. Dan Johnson reports.
Vital for life, but also big business. When water companies were privatised, simple H2O suddenly had huge profit potential. And profits are taxed by the government. That's corporation tax. There's no doubt Yorkshire Water is spending millions upgrading its infrastructure, but it makes money too. Last year the company made £186 million. The average customer's water bill went up by 6.6%, and yet the company paid zero corporation tax. Today the bosses met MPs to explain why.
It was disappointing. Yorkshire Water did come and explain their position on paying no tax in the last financial year, but there was no sense of contrition and no apology from them.
So what's going on? Well, Yorkshire Water says it borrows lots of money to pay for new pipes and cleaner sewage works. It is allowed to deduct the amount of interest it pays on those loans from its taxable profit, and that reduces the corporation tax it owes. Despite its name, Yorkshire Water reaches far beyond our shores. In 2009, it set up 3 companies in the Cayman Islands and has subsidiaries in the USA, the Netherlands and the Isle of Man. The tax bill can be cut further by offsetting losses from those companies. Now, Yorkshire Water isn't selling this stuff to the Cayman Islands. It says its presence there isn't about reducing its tax bill because all the companies are registered in the UK for tax purposes. It says this complicated structure is about enabling it to borrow more money at cheaper rates.
The rules do allow them to do this, but my message is that yes, there are things that we as MPs can do to tighten those rules, but also they as a company need to look at what they can do, and that's why I'm sort of shocked that we've had the casino bankers, we've now got the casino water companies, and we need these companies to take some responsibility as well.
Questions have been raised about the amount of tax paid by some of the big names in business. Other water companies and energy firms are also being examined. Yorkshire Water says it was pleased to explain its arrangements. While the MPs may still not be convinced, the company is confident it complies with both the letter and the spirit of the law. Dan Johnson, BBC Look North.
Sheffield has faced a week of snow and ice after Siberian wind brought the coldest weather of the winter yet. The beast from the east has caused disruption across the UK, with delays and cancellations of public transport. Motorists are advised to travel only if absolutely necessary. Schools are closed due to the snow, and many people have struggled to get into work, though the freezing temperatures haven't stopped some having fun in the snow. Now, lorries in South Yorkshire are going to be travelling faster than before. This comes after government have increased the speed cap by 10 miles per hour on both single and dual carriageways. This applies to lorries over 7.5 tonnes. The government hopes this will reduce traffic and be more profitable for business. The change has been criticised by road safety charity Brake, who believe it will lead to more accidents and want the original limit to return. Would-be Alex Turners and Louis Armstrongs around Sheffield have joined together to celebrate improvised music. Make Some Noise sees musicians and the general public work together to improvise music. Community art space Dina provides a selection of instruments for people to play. Event organiser Spleeny Dodson hopes it encourages people to give something new a go.
You think, where's this going? Like, somebody will start making a noise and you think, oh, that's a dead end, and suddenly something magical comes out of it. It's unexpected music. And because there's no genre, you're not even allowed to discuss time, signature or key. Nobody knows where it's going, so you don't, they don't, and hopefully it goes somewhere interesting.
And finally, as the popularity of vintage clothing increases, I went to Trafalgar Warehouse to see what all the fuss is about. Shoppers are gathered here at Trafalgar Warehouse for an alternative to high street clothes shopping. Pre-loved Vintage Kilo have been running events in Sheffield for 2 years, offering roughly 6 tonnes of vintage clothing from across the globe. But rather than paying per item, everybody has a bag and pays a price proportional to the weight of the clothes.
I've come here regularly before. I just think it's a lot better sort of reusing clothes, and you can pick things up for really, really cheap compared with the high street, and also you're never going to see anybody wearing the same things.
Because basically you're getting quality for a quarter of the price, third of the price. 100% wool, well-known makes.
Cheaper and you get more for what you're putting your bag really.
There's quite a good range of stuff here. You don't get a lot of this sort of stuff on the high street, particularly a lot of the shirts and stuff. The materials they use here I think are a lot higher quality than the stuff on the high street, and it probably works out probably marginally cheaper, not massively cheaper, but a bit cheaper.
Sales like these are popular all around the country, especially among students looking for cheaper clothes. These clothes have all come from the Pre-Loved Vintage Warehouse, located in Rotherham, and are part of Sheffield's vintage and antique community.
Sheffield's got a big scene for it, and which is why we started doing these. We're from Sheffield, this is our home, so we started here. We started off doing small little events, and now we're doing these, so it's just popular.
The popularity of vintage clothing doesn't look like it's going to decline, as Vintage Kilo continue to travel around the country. This is Callum Swift, reporting for Shoe TV. And that's all we have time for on Shoe TV this afternoon. I've been Callum Swift. Goodbye.